It's one of the hardest truths we have to face, but there are signs, subtle, often overlooked, that someone you love might be nearing the end of their journey. These signs are not always obvious, and often we ignore them because we don't want to confront the reality of what's happening. But the truth is, recognizing these signs early could be the most important thing you do for yourself and your loved ones. The last thing you want is to look back with regret, wishing you'd paid attention when it really mattered. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 most common, yet often unnoticed, signs that someone may be in their final year. These are warnings you simply cannot ignore, because knowing them could help you make the most of the time you have left, giving you the opportunity to connect, cherish, and prepare. So stay with me, because these signs could change everything. Life is fragile. It's something that we all come to realize at some point, though we may not want to admit it. The people we love, the ones who have shaped us, cared for us, and stood by us through thick and thin, they won't be here forever. And as much as we may wish to avoid it, the truth remains. Time is finite. I know it's difficult to face this reality. It's hard to even think about it, let alone talk about it. But sometimes we have to talk about these things in order to truly understand what's happening. The hardest part of life is often not the death itself, but the slow fate of a loved one. Seeing them change, seeing them withdraw, seeing their body and mind start to fail. And the most tragic thing, many of us miss the signs. We look at the people we love, and we either choose to ignore or simply don't recognize the subtle warnings that they are nearing the end of their journey. These subtle signs are often there, quietly, asking us to pay attention. But by the time we realize what's going on, it's too late to truly prepare or to say the things that should have been said. I want to be very clear about this. Recognizing the signs that someone is nearing their final year doesn't mean accepting it with despair. It means taking action. It means stepping into the role you've been given to care for, to love, and to cherish your loved ones in their final days. We all want to believe that our loved ones will be with us forever, that we'll always have time to say everything that needs to be said. But life doesn't work like that. There's no pause button and there's no rewind. We need to act when we still have time. And that's why I'm here today, to share with you the 5 signs that an elderly person, someone you love, may be in their final year of life. These aren't always obvious signs, they're subtle. But if you know what to look for, you can recognize them, be present, and make the most of the time that remains. The first sign is withdrawal from life. Now, this doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual. It starts with small changes. Maybe they stop answering the phone as frequently, or they don't initiate contact like they used to. At first, you might think they're just tired or busy. Perhaps they don't feel like socializing anymore or attending family gatherings. But then as it continues, you realize that they're not just withdrawing from others, they're withdrawing from life itself. This is a subtle but powerful sign that the person is beginning to prepare for the end. It's as if they know deep down that their time is limited, and they're pulling back, preparing to let go of the world they've known. For many people, this is the final stage of emotional detachment. They don't want to burden others, so they isolate themselves, retreating to a place of quiet reflection. This might feel painful for you, especially if you're the one they're pulling away from. You might think, what did I do wrong? Why don't they want to see me? But understand this, it's not about you. It's their way of preparing, of coming to terms with what's happening to them. But here's where you can make a difference. Reach out to them. Even if they resist, keep trying. Sit with them. Talk to them. Let them know that you're there, that you love them. Don't let them face this final phase alone if you can help it. The second sign is a sudden burst of clarity. It's something that's almost eerie when it happens, but it's real. People who have been suffering from dementia, confusion, or other cognitive issues often experience moments when they seem to snap back to reality. They'll speak clearly, recognize faces they've forgotten, and even remember things they haven't been able to recall in months or years. This might seem like a miracle, and in some ways it is. but it's also one of the signs that the end is near. It's as if their body is giving them one last opportunity to connect with loved ones, to say the things they've needed to say, or to pass on memories that might have been lost. This burst of clarity often doesn't last long, and it's incredibly important to take full advantage of it when it happens. If you're lucky enough to experience this with someone you love, cherish it. Take the time to listen. Ask them about their life, their experiences, their regrets, their joys. Let them know you're grateful for everything they've given you. Because in those moments of clarity, you'll hear things that matter. You'll hear things that may never be said again. The third sign is loss of interest in food. This is something that tends to go unnoticed until it's too late. As we age, it's normal for our appetite to change. But when someone you love, especially an elderly person, starts consistently refusing meals, showing no interest in food, or simply no longer enjoying things they used to love, it's a clear sign that something is changing in their body. You might feel frustrated trying to encourage them to eat. You might even try to force them, thinking they're just being difficult. But the truth is, their body is telling them that it's no longer necessary to consume. The body begins to shut down, and eating becomes less of a priority. It's one of the most painful things to witness, especially because we want to do everything we can to keep them comfortable. But here's the reality. When this happens, they are likely in the final stages of life. And while you can't force them to eat, what you can do is be there for them. Offer small meals, or even just sit with them while they eat. Let them know that you're there for comfort, not to pressure them. And in those quiet moments, make sure they feel loved, even if they're not able to express it in the way they used to. The fourth sign is unexplainable bursts of energy. I know this sounds strange, but it's very real. For many elderly individuals near the end of life, there are moments when they suddenly perk up, have bursts of energy, and seem more alert than they have been in weeks, months, or even years. They might ask to go for a walk, talk more than usual, or engage in activities they haven't wanted to do in a long time. And at first, this might make you think that they're getting better, or that they're going to be okay. But the truth is, this energy is often a sign that they are preparing for their final goodbye. It's as if their body is giving them one last chance to enjoy life and to experience things before everything slows down completely. While it might be tempting to hold on to the hope that they are getting better, it's important to recognize that this burst of energy usually doesn't last. Use this time wisely. Spend it with them. Let them do the things they've wanted to do, or reconnect with old memories. Make the most of this final gift. Finally, there is the sense of peace. This is by far one of the most profound signs. As someone nears the end of their life, especially in the last months or weeks, there is often a calmness that takes over. They may stop worrying, stop fearing, and suddenly become much more accepting of what's to come. The person you've known who has perhaps been anxious or afraid becomes at peace with themselves, their life, and the world around them. It's almost as if they know that it's their time, and they are finally ready to let go. This peacefulness is a powerful thing, not something to fear. It's a sign of acceptance, of release. When you see this, it's time to prepare to be there for them, to provide comfort, and to offer your love. These 5 signs, withdrawal, bursts of clarity, loss of appetite, bursts of energy, and peace, are often subtle, but they are important. If you notice them, don't wait until it's too late to spend time with your loved ones. Don't wait until they've passed, only to regret not having done more when you had the chance. Life is short and death is inevitable. But what matters most is how we live in the time we have left. So let's honor those we love. Let's show them through our actions that we care. Take the time to listen, to be present, and to love. Because in the end, it's not the time we have. It's how we use it that counts.